Hello, everyone. My name is Hailey Wiggins, and I am the Student Alumni Council President at Northern Kentucky University. And in lieu of everyone being stuck at home during this semester, we are making videos to help prepare current students for the real world, and then also just giving you some tips and tricks of working from home and going to school from home. So the purpose of Student Alumni Council is to bridge the gap between alumni and current students to hopefully prepare our current students to become active alumni. And then today I have with me today Carla Landon. So Carla is in health communications at Walmart, and so she is the senior manager of communications, and she's been there for about 7 months. So Carla, how are you today?
Doing well, thank you.
Yeah, absolutely. So I have just a couple really quick questions for you. I don't want to
Mhm.
take up too much of your time. But the first one is, how do you stay focused at home when you work all day? And do you take breaks throughout the day, or just how do you combat all that?
Sure, absolutely. No, I think it's really important when you're working at home, you have to remember you're working from home. When I first started working from home, I thought, oh, this is going to be really easy. I'm going to be able to get a couple of other things done throughout the day. And I quickly realized that you have to make a list in the morning of the items that you need to accomplish throughout that day, and then really go back to it and check it off and make sure you get things done that you want to get done. And yes, you definitely need to take breaks. I make sure I step outside to take a break a couple of times during the day so I can get out into the sunshine. And I make sure I schedule some time for lunch as well so that I can get up and take a walk and make sure I have something to eat.
Yeah, absolutely. What ways do you separate your home, like your home life, from your work life? Do you work in a different area, or how do you separate that?
Sure, absolutely. I do try to keep my workspace as separate from home as I can. Now that doesn't always work some days because I feel like I need to get up and have a different change of environment sometimes. And so sometimes it's working from the dining room table, sometimes it's working from the office, that sort of thing. But what I do throughout the day is make sure I'm always starting work at work time. And then, I take breaks throughout the day, and I just keep in mind that I'm scheduled to work until the end of the day, and I do that. And then I really try to log off in the evenings. Now, obviously, there are some exceptions to that, and something that's urgent or that important that I have to take care of. But I try to make sure I definitely have time in the evenings to just disconnect and spend time with my family.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, I really appreciate your time. I think that's all the questions that I have for you today, unless you have any
Okay.
other last-minute comments or suggestions.
Uh, Really, I think the best suggestion that I have when I think about someone who's graduating and starting to work from home for the very first time, that can be a challenge because you're trying to connect with people that you don't know very well. And that's going to be a little harder to do when you're doing it virtually than it is when you're right next to them in an office environment. So my tip for that is just absolutely making sure that you understand expectations of your manager or anybody on a team who asks you to do something so that you get things done on time. And then making sure, this is a very simple thing, but making sure that you do use the video function on Zoom or any chat feature that you have so that people can get to know you as a person instead of just imagining what you might look like when you're new and they don't really know you.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, thank you so much for your time. Everything that you said was really valuable, and hopefully it will help all of the other students at NKU and our alumni. So thank you.
I hope so. Thank you very much. Have a great day.
Thank you too.